Welcome back, folks. So it's Friday here, and as you can see, I am already taking a short position, or rather, I'm already involved in a short position on the E-mini S&P. Now, there's a few things that I want to announce, right? So on this day, and I feel like it's perfect because I get to put myself in a spot where I can hold myself accountable and you guys can also hold me accountable. So what happens is normally when I used to make mistakes back in the day, I would I would hope for the best. Like for instance, I'd be trying to enter a one lot trade and then I enter 10 lots. Instead of closing that trade immediately, I would hold on to it, hoping for the best, and it would just obliterate me. So as you can see over here, we have now a example of a mistake that if I didn't learn how to deal with these kinds of mistakes, I probably would have lost this account on Friday because I became very, very tilted. Now, of course, right now you don't understand what I'm talking about, but let me just give you the full scope. So basically, I took a short on ES and I took partials at 5 handles. As you can see, price is approaching that stop, the take profit, and I'm gonna remove one contract off, leaving one contract running, and then I'm gonna move my stop to break even. When I move my stop to break even, I did not check what the contract size was. Meaning,
Order filled.
the buy stop was two contracts. However, I was only involved in a trade worth one contract. So when price went all the way back up to the entry and hit the stop loss, it triggered me into another buy trade. And as it bought, I was not aware of this. I was not on the computer. I was still just chilling. It was a Friday. I'm chilling. I'm just doing me, right? I wanted to just catch a quick trade to go back from break even. I was hoping to make like 1% at least. Now, this is where it got interesting. Because I am hoping for 1%, or because I had this trade open and I walked away from the chart, I didn't see it come back and hit my stop loss at two contracts, which then triggered me into a trade, forcing or causing me to lose $700 on the next trade. Unfortunately, when I saw this, I panicked and I stopped recording, but it was already too late, right? Now, you will see here, as you guys can still see, my stop loss is still two contracts. However, I'm only involved in one contract. The sell that I have on is one contract, so it's gonna trigger a buy now, and then I will explain what happens. So I've already explained it, but I will let you guys know, or rather we will just move on to the second part of this video, which is now how I deal with these kind of mistakes. Now normally I would close this immediately, like I would just, it hits your entry and I'm like, oh shit, then I close it and I'm done, right? Whatever loss it is, I was just gonna close it immediately, but I was not in front of the chart and I didn't see it. I saw it late. I was already in drawdown of about $700 and I panicked. Obviously, I closed the trade. I had stopped the recording because when I saw price approaching my stop loss, like here, when I saw it do this, I knew it's gonna come back and stop me out. But I was okay with it because I thought I made 250. I'm cool. I'm recovering slowly from the drawdown that I was in, or rather from break even. Little did I know that after stopping this recording, after walking away, it's gonna come back, trigger me into a trade, and I'm gonna lose like $700. Now, because I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, I did trade again on this account. You will see the account number is gonna stay the same. I'm being honest here. The account number will stay the same, and I'm on my next trade. So, for those of you that are already subscribed, thank you for coming back. I hope you like this video. Please, guys, comment down below anything. Maybe just tell me what your trading style is, or who's your mentor. Maybe it's ICT, maybe it's somebody else, maybe you're trading retail concepts or smart money concepts, whatever it is. Just comment down below, guys. I would really appreciate that. And for the newcomers, welcome. It's SMC Tau here, but I'm thinking of changing that to SMC Lion, because not everybody can pronounce Tau, right? So it's probably going to be SMC Lion very soon. But anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, and you are watching the series of I guess you can say I'm using the strategy that ICT mentioned on Twitter, that you could quit your job in 90 days if you apply this strategy properly, right? So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to apply this strategy for 90 days and see what the results will yield. So anyway, guys, this is the part where the recording will stop within a few seconds, and we will catch up on the next clip, right? But as I was saying, thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. You can just tell me what your trading style is. You can just tell me where you're from, whatever it is that you want to say. Just feel free to type whatever you want in the comment section. Just don't be toxic or anything like that. But anyway, let's get into it. My apologies again, guys, for that weird cut. As I just want to draw your attention to the top right corner. As you can see there, that is the same account. You see the balance dropped in the 40s now, and if you can see that the daily loss limit is almost hit at 1,000, currently down $700 or plus minus. So going forward, as I said, back in the day when I was still not as relaxed and calm of a trader as I like to believe that I am, I would probably not even take this trade, right? Because one, I would have just taken a very, very heavy loss. Two, I probably would have lost more than I did, right? So that loss occurred because of a mistake I made, and I exited the market immediately when I saw it. I didn't tell myself, oh, if I just wait enough time, it'll go back to break even. That is never the case. In fact, that hardly ever happens, right? And if you're still doing that as a trader and you're trying to be profitable, you should probably consider cutting it out. You make a mistake, you take a trade that you shouldn't have taken, just cut it out. Exit, regardless of how much loss or profit it's in. If it's not the trade you planned for, exit immediately, right? I learned this from ICT. But anyway, going forward, right? So I'm anticipating this buy move because I was bullish on the daily, right? So my daily bias was to the upside, and I anticipated price to make new highs. So I wanted to see the AM session make a new high of the day, and so I decided, all right, I'm gonna risk the remaining amount that I had in the account. And because we are now below 50,000, you will see me use one lot size instead of two, right? And that helps me. It helps me because if it had gone below $250 in drawdown, it would have stopped me out, and I would have to now try again the following week. So it's a Friday, and I don't want to end the week on a negative note like this. The setup was valid. We have a hunt of a 5-minute low. It's after 9:30 opening price. My bias is bullish. Price displaces to the upside, and we have a clear ICT breaker block. So for me, all the stars were aligned, and this meant I should take this trade. So I did, and now this is the trade that actually brought me back the entire 700 that I lost. Like in this trade, I made it all back in this one trade. And I'm not encouraging you to go out there and hunt for your money back whenever you lose it, right? Remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not gonna tell you to put your money into the market. Remember that this is all for entertainment purposes only. And this is just what I do, right? Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you should do it. But for me, I feel like this part makes sense, and I had to tell you that I'm using one lot because we are below the 50k, which was the initial balance, and the market is now giving me an entry, or my criteria has been met, and I'm risking less than what I normally would, just so that I can see this trade out until take profit. And if it hits my stop loss, I was okay with that, because then it would just bring me to the daily limit loss. Then I will try again on Monday. However, it did work out in my favor this time. And so I just wanted to showcase this trade. So going forward, guys, I just want to make a little announcement, right? So I realized that taking partials at 5 handles and then moving my stop loss to break even, recently I have been getting stopped out and only walking away with $250 profit. And then on days where I lose, which is not a lot, don't get me wrong, I did lose that one trade and then I recovered it, but it's not a lot. I wouldn't say I'll take losses a lot with this strategy, but I don't like the fact that when I take a loss, I'm taking a loss at 5 handles, which is what, $500. But most of the time when I win and get stopped out at break even, I'm only making 250. So I decided I'm not going to take partials at 5 handles. I will be taking full profits at 5 handles, and my stop loss, if it can be helped, I will put my stop loss below 5 handles if it can be helped. Now, of course, there are times when even on the 1 minute chart, 5 handles is the only thing that makes sense, and that's where I will put my stop loss. However, in this case, I just wanted to let you guys know, so that when you see me trade this way or trade this account again, and you see my stop loss is only 2.5 handles, then you don't think, hey, what's happening, I'm trading something different. Still the same model, still the same approach. I'm just willing to risk less as opposed to risking 5 handles every time, because most of the time 5 handles will be below or above a protected swing point, which if a market takes, should go in that direction, right? So anyways, you can see here I am entered into the trade. I am targeting that high, as I've indicated. You can see the red lines. You can see where my entry is. My entry is right at that inversion fair value gap. The reason I took it at the inversion fair value gap is because the fair value gap at the bottom price might not reach into that, but because I took it with one lot, one contract instead of 2, price did reach into that fair value gap, but it didn't stop me out because it was not more than 250, like I was saying. But anyway, let's just watch the video and see what happens, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn, no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret and frenemies. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a